And he's waiting on this right here. Today we're gonna do an herb crusted pork roast for you. All right, look at that. What we had done already is we got a nice skillet going on at this point in time. We've got grapeseed oil in it, but first I gotta tell you, we've got, for the herb crust, we've got sage, we've got basil, rosemary, marjoram, thyme, cracked black pepper, salt. This has been hanging out in the refrigerator covered for about an hour now. Just let everything get all in there, okay? Now the skillet, again, I said, is very hot, so don't wear anything fancy except for your earrings. Along with this wonderful pork herb crusted pork roast, yes. We have a wonderful, wonderful side dish of these beautiful vegetables. They have been in a marinade overnight. We'll let you know what that is. And we're also going to do onion mashed potato. Okay? So you're going to have a full, meal here going on.
Full meal deal.
So what you want to do is get this baby in the oil, and again, don't wear anything good except for your earrings if you want to just be a little flash, because this is going to spatter everywhere on you. Look at that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece of pork right there. If I can get it out of here. It's just, these tongs just ain't want to cooperate, or the pork isn't. I'm just going to slide it all on down in. Now what we're going to do, if you can hear me over all the sizzle, that's what you want. You want to get each of these sides, each side seared off on that. I'm going to go ahead and cover because it's fatting a little bit. So again, you want to use an oil that is for a high heat content, because you want that crustedness on there. And then we're going to switch it after we do all this and get all sides really nice and golden brown and bring those herb flavors out. We're going to put it into a roasting pan that we already have, that we already have sprayed, and we have a rack in it. It's to hold that roast stuff off of there, because we're going to be putting some beer on the bottom just to keep it going on, okay? So I'm going to finish doing this. Again, you're watching Galui's Mood Food. Stay with us for the herb crusted pork roast. You're going to love it. See you in just a minute. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is beautiful crusted pork roast I was telling you about. We had done it in the skillet. Now we had put a rack in the bottom of this. We had sprayed it lightly with a little cooking spray. And we also added all the beautiful drippings from this right into the pan.
Don't forget the beer.
And yeah, everything needs a little drink of beer. So we put the beer in there.
I need a little drink of beer.
There's a couple good splashes, maybe what? Half a bottle?
Maybe about a quarter bottle.
It'll end up being a half when we're done.
It'll be half, and I'll drink the other half.
There you go. So what we're going to do is we have our oven preheated to 325. Okay. You can cover this with foil if you like, but if we got a pan, there's our lid right there, okay? We ain't got all that other fancy stuff. So we're going to put this in on the top shelf, probably about medium where the rack is in the oven. We're going to put it on that one. And we're going to check this, in about, I would say, 30 to 45 minutes, just to make sure it still has enough liquid in it. If not, that's when you get your extra splash of beer in there going on. So I'm going to set this for about 45, and everybody's ovens vary. So if you don't have another pan to put on top, go ahead and put some foil on, but you need to have it covered somehow. The other thing I was telling you about were these gorgeous vegetables. These are marinating overnight. In here we have some beautiful squash and zucchini, some really nice chunks. Look at that. We've got gorgeous mushrooms. We've got these big cherry tomatoes, or grape tomatoes that we didn't cut. They're just left as is. And we have red onions.
Gotta have onion.
Oh yeah. And look at one of those. But what we have it marinating in and overnight. And if you don't have overnight to do this, throw them in the morning in a bowl, cover them with some plastic, or throw a large plate over it. They'll still be really good for you, okay? We just like that extra boost to it. So that's why we do it. And then you get in there and you stir them frequently. Anyway, all these are going to go on to, and it's whatever kind of vegetables you like truly. Okay? So we love this. And if we had other vegetables, they'd have probably gone in too.
That's right.
That's right. Some of these are out of
But that's all the neighbors were growing, so that's all we could steal last night.
Some of them were out of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard
that. Get yourself another pan, all right, and we lightly sprayed this as well. Now, we're not going to go ahead and put these in the oven now, but you want something that is wide enough to kind of get a single layer. You don't want a really tiny pan and they're all piled on top. It's not going to work for you because you want to roast these. So, we just brought them out to show them to you. Tempt those taste buds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Stir them up a little bit like that.
Talk to me.
I'm going to set these back aside. Let them do their good thing. I'm going to tell you about the potatoes. But all this is going to be happening like the last 12 minutes or so, right before the roast is done. So everything is done at the same time. Because if you cook your veggies too soon, you end up just probably eating those by themselves. And then you're going to get into everything else till later.
They'll be mushy.
They'll be mushy, they'll be cold. Same with your taters. We got these beautiful bowl of Yukon Gold potatoes. Alright, they're a little on the small side, but there's about 1.5 pounds here. So however you want to do that. And we got a gorgeous white onion. We're going to use half this. And what we're going to do is get a saute pan for these. We're going to start in with some butter and some chicken stock, and we're going to do half the onion in that, and we're just going to let that simmer. So we're going to actually get these on before the veggies, and we're going to let the onion and the butter and some chicken stock hang out till these are nice and tender. And then we're going to bring it up to the boil, and we're going to have our potatoes diced, and then we're going to mash them. We're going to have our veggies in the oven. That roast is going to be absolutely gorgeous and ready to eat.
Can I have a beer then?
I'll get you a beer. And, well, I'm going to keep talking about this on here for a while.
Oh.
So anyway, stay with us. We got a great meal. It's going to be coming out to you, and we'll show you everything as we go along. But we're going to check on this puppy. Again, I set it the oven at 325 for about 45 minutes, and we just want to check the liquid in the bottom, make sure it has enough to kind of keep things going in the aromatics and all that good stuff. If not, you block that beer that he's waiting on in there. So we'll see you back in just a little while. We'll take a peek and check out everything else from there. Stay tuned, stay with us. Hey everybody, I'm back. We're back, alright? Your crusted pork roast is out of the oven. It's been resting. You want it to a temperature of about 170. You can get a thermometer. You can get them really inexpensive. But isn't that gorgeous? Oh, you getting a good shot of that? Okay, we're going to carve this here in just a sec, but I want to tell you about, we took it out to rest it. Our vegetables are still in the oven. What we had done was we turned it up by another 25 degrees to 350, and so it roasts them really nice and gets all those flavors in. And by the way, we had used olive oil on those, and we used roasted red pepper dressing, okay, and a little salt and pepper. The gravy, All right, we took the drippings, beautiful, beautiful brown gravy here, but we took all the drippings from this, we put in there. If it doesn't have enough for you, what you want to do is get either a pack of au jus or brown gravy mix and mix it in a separate container, measuring cup, whatever, with the beer. Just follow the package directions and then put it in. After you stir it up really good, then put it into this. Let it come to a boil. If it's not quite thick enough, then you do a little cornstarch and beer, and then you add it. But bring it to the boil first. It's gonna be perfect, it really is. Mashed potatoes. All right, we had done our onions and our half a stick of butter. Put a little bit of milk or half and half in with those, and just let them sweat it out to a nice translucent and soft. You don't want them browned in any way or caramelized. And then when your potatoes come to your boil, and everybody knows that watches our videos and checks out our cookbooks, they know how we do our potato stock. Okay, so you get that one off of our site and you're gonna have some dang good taters going on for you. So that potatoes are done. Now we're gonna carve into this. And since I'm a lefty, this may look a little awkward, but I can still make it happen. I can still do it. Now be sharpen my knife. Look at the juices still in there. And that herb crusted. Again, I told you I'm a lefty. So I'm gonna back my fork up here a little bit so I can get some nice slices. It's like melting off there like butter. Like butter. Alright, I'm going to go that far right now with that. You can still see it's really, really juicy. I'm going to let the fork hang out in that right now. We're going to fix a plate up here for you in just a second. And we're going to show you what this beautiful meal looks like. You really need to try it, so hang around just for another minute and we'll put a plate together and show you what it looks like for you. But you're watching Galui's Mood Food, so stick around. Hey everybody, you've been watching another episode of Galui's Mood Food. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again real soon. And this is the herb crusted pork roast, mashed potatoes. We leave the skin on there, the Yukon Gold. The skin just adds that extra texture in there. And our roasted vegetables. Try this dish, you're gonna love it. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for our next one. Take good care. Bye everybody.
Bye-bye.